is not taking action on a citizen's complaint filed against Senator Brian Chavez. The complaint submitted by Washington County for Safe Drinking Water in January alleged that Chavez failed to disclose financial interests and used his position to advance legislation that would financially benefit him and his family. If the complaint were to be adopted by the Joint Legislative Ethics Committee, the committee would have to notify its subject, in this case Chavez, within 14 days. According to Ohio Legislative Inspector General Tony Bledsoe, who declined to comment specifically on the allegations against Chavez, an official third-party complaint must be based on personal knowledge, not publicly available records. Bledsoe also noted that the Joint Legislative Ethics Committee has the power to investigate allegations presented to it and issue its own complaints. You can read more about the complaint, including reactions from stakeholders on the inaction of the Legislative Ethics Committee, at WTAP.com.